pass. He's got a man deep. That is Jones, and he has got it to the 20, to the 10. You know it. Touchdown, Jadis Jones. Pass to a wide open Jadis Jones. He's going to throw it to Jones. That's a jump ball, and he's got it.
That's a given. If you throw one up, jump ball to Jadis Jones, it's going to be caught.
He looks again, throws it to the end zone. Jones has got it. Well, folks, that's the reason Jadis Jones is headed to Coastal Carolina as a wide receiver. He has caught everything just about thrown his way tonight.
Welcome to Very Interesting. I'm Barry Aycock, your host. I'm very excited about welcoming back to Very Interesting Jadis Jones. Jadis is a standout athlete at New Medford County Central High School, excelling both on the football field and the basketball court. Jadis, welcome back.
Thank you.
You've kind of become a mainstay here at our studio. So
Yeah.
You've been here, this is probably your third time now?
Yes, sir, third time.
If you win, you get to come back.
I hope so.
But we're not really here to talk about New Medford County Central that much. We're here to talk about you. You've had some exciting changes that's happened in your life over the years, and we're here to talk about that today. But first, what have you been doing this summer?
This summer, it was all basketball with Bradleyville Elite, just playing at the EYBL, and we finished with Peach Jam, so that's all I've been doing.
So you've been playing Bradleyville Elite. Is that traveling all over the country? Is that mainly St. Louis based?
No, well, we practice in St. Louis. I had to drove there every weekend, but we played everywhere. It changes, like in the years, the places that we go change, but for the most part, we kind of go to the same places.
You made some big decisions over the summer. Most people think you made an early decision, probably took a lot of stress off of you, but you've decided to further your career in football, maybe basketball, and you're going to be a student athlete. Tell us where you're going.
I'm going to Coastal Carolina University. That's in Conway, South Carolina.
And how far away is that from New Madrid, Missouri?
About 12 hours.
And your mom said, how far away is that? So when you made this decision, how many other schools were pounding on your door?
I had a lot of other schools. It was probably about 7. It was only like 4 that was consistent, but I had like a lot of Power 5 schools that was just text me and stuff. But they was wanting to see me play this season, make sure I won the flute. So
I've already asked you this once, but I'm going to ask you again. Who was your second choice?
I really didn't have a second choice. Like I always wanted to go to a school that recruited me the hardest, like that really wanted me. But SEMO was one of those schools too that was recruiting me the hardest.
So have they promised that you're going to get to play both basketball and football, and do you want to play both?
Yes, sir. They promised me that, and I feel like I can handle it. So if I know I can handle it, yeah, I'm gonna try it out.
What is your favorite sport?
Favorite sport, basketball.
So why did you choose football?
It was just I feel like it's an easier sport to do, so that's what.
Well, let's break down the recruiting process. These big time schools, I mean, do they send postcards? Do they call you every day? Are they beating on your mom and pop's door? Take us through that process. How many contacts did Coastal Carolina have with you?
Coastal Carolina, they were sending me cards all through the week. Every coaches, they all just write letters. I had a lot of other schools doing that too. I had a couple schools come up to the school and talk to me during the day. But for the most part, I was just getting a lot of cards coming through the mail.
How many visits did you make to campuses?
Maybe like 2. I only made like 2 visits, I think.
You did go to Coastal Carolina?
Yeah. I went to some other school. I don't even remember what school it was.
Did you drive to Coastal Carolina or did you fly?
No, I flew.
So that was an official visit?
Yes, sir.
Did your mom go with you?
Yes, sir, she did.
So did y'all like make a week of it? Did you like tour the sites? Because
Yeah.
I believe it's very close to Myrtle Beach, is that correct?
Well, I went on an unofficial visit and I flew up there that time too. So when I got there for my official visit, I kind of knew what to expect and what it looked like up there.
Besides the beach, what really drew you to Coastal Carolina?
How lovely the campus was, and like it was like the recruiting or the coaches, they weren't trying to bribe me into it. Like it felt like it was real, true love. So that's one of the reasons.
So they were authentic. They were sincere. Yeah. They really wanted you.
Yes, sir.
And they've continued to keep in touch with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They played their first game UCLA on Saturday.
Yes, sir. It was
very close game. Mm-hmm. Looks like by the score. I didn't watch it, but You told me they FaceTime you from the field, correct?
Sure.
So how did that make you feel?
It made me feel good just to see where I could be at in the next year, playing on big stages like that. It felt good.
You are going to be on the big stage next year, and I'm hoping you're a starter. And, Southeast Missouri is going to be rooting for you, but have they made any type of their intentions known? Do you have to earn your spot? Have they promised you a starting job?
And I ain't really talked to them about that. I know they just always let me know that when I get there, I got to work if I want to play and get on the field early.
So when you visited Conway, South Carolina, did you go to the beach?
Yeah, I went to the beach. Yes, sir.
Are you a beach person?
Not for real. I mean, I don't really. I'll probably turn into one once I get there, though.
You're going to be a beach bum.
Yeah.
So what else did you like about Coastal Carolina?
I like the colors. Like I said, the campus, just not even the athletics part of it. All around the campus is beautiful out there. The weather is good, everything.
So are there schools that still are contacting you to this day, hoping that you back out on Coastal Carolina and sign with them?
Yes, sir.
Because you have verbally committed, right?
Yes, sir.
When do you actually sign?
It's 2 signing days. There's one in December, and I think it's another one in February.
And you know which one you've picked yet?
No, sir.
Well, you have started your senior year at New Madrid County Central. Football season's just started. You've made that decision already to commit to Coastal Carolina and play football. How much stress has that really took off your plate? And do you feel the burden's been lifted off of you?
Yeah, it takes a lot of stress off because a lot of people don't know. That's one of the hardest decisions to make, especially when it comes to playing basketball or football. It's a lot of stress, especially on a younger kid, to make one of those decisions. So me making a commitment decision did take a lot of stress off.
How about all the critics? If they asked you, Jadis, why'd you do this so early?
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
Yes, sir. I get that every day, everywhere I go.
Well, I think you made a great choice, but we'll get into that in a minute. Jadis, as a sophomore and junior, you've all stayed as a sophomore and a junior. You're Class 3 Player of the Year as a junior, along with winning the state championship.
Mm-hmm.
What does it feel like going into your senior year? Do you feel like you have anything left to prove?
No, I don't think I never had nothing to prove. Or me and my teammates, we always just want to win together. So I feel like even in football, I think the goal for us is to win districts this year. But in basketball, it's to make another run for state.
Would anything but a state championship be a failure to you, or do you think you're in a good place? Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, whatever happens, happens. I don't think none of it's going to be a failure if we come down short of anything, because like I said, we've been there so many times. And then to get one this past year we played, it wouldn't be a failure. I'll always be proud of my teammates.
Well, Coach Jenkins told me, he's guaranteed me another state championship. You're going to be right back here in April. So,
yes, I hope so.
Jadis, in your decision-making process, your football coach, Coach Jenkins, basketball coach, what kind of advice did they give you?
He gives me a lot of advice, like whatever goes on with my recruiting process. I talk to him a lot, and I know that he's behind me 100%. So with him, he's just like, if that's what I want to do, if I'm going to enjoy doing it, let that be that, and don't let nobody make me out of my decision. So
Your coaches are kind of your first shield. They probably can call a lot of the ones you definitely are not going to before you made your decision to Coastal. So you think the basketball team is going to be right there at the top again?
yeah, yes, sir. I know we got all the guys coming back except for I think we had 2 seniors. So, but the young core group is a group that's always been together. So we got our main 5 coming back. So yes, sir.
Jadis, a lot of young players out there, they follow you. You're kind of even though you don't know it, you're kind of a role model to them, a mentor. They probably would like to know what a typical workout for you looks like in a day's time.
It just depends on what season I'm in. Like right now, I'm not really doing nothing with basketball, but I work out, like lift all through the day, and then I go to school, and after school is practice. I don't really have time to put into the basketball, but if it's in basketball season, I work out like it don't matter what time it is. I just be in the gym whenever I feel like it, or lifting with Coach Duntre in the mornings or something like that.
So do you do anything different in football season as far as working out versus basketball season? Those different workouts?
No, sir. It's all just lifting workouts. So, no.
You told me off camera, though, you really don't work out that much for football. That tells me it just comes natural to you.
Yes, sir. I don't do nothing with football.
So, Jadis, do you have any pregame rituals, foods that you like to eat before games?
No, me and my teammates, we'll probably eat a lot of junk food before a game, something to give us some energy or something like that. But just meals, no, sir.
What teams do you really get up to play in, football or basketball? I know Charleston's a big rivalry for y'all. What teams do you really get up to play for? You're motivated.
I don't really get up for no teams. Like I approach every game the same. But if it's like football, for some reason a lot of football teams don't like New Magic, like the other fans. So if it's like fans or something that's just heckling at us or something, like that makes, even with basketball, it make you go a little harder. So shut them up or something. So.
Well, I know your mom really gets motivated when you play. Like,
Yeah.
was it the Charleston shootout?
Yes, sir.
Because there's this one guy that really liked to headbutt you. Your mom was very motivated
Yes,
in
he
that game.
was.
So, do you look forward to the basketball season, or are you just trying to absorb and enjoy football season right now?
I love playing football with my teammates, let me say that. But I am ready for basketball season because I know I want to see what we bring out to having a state title this year. So, yeah, I'm ready for basketball.
I think you lost one senior last year, but you've got a lot of young players coming up. So,
Yes, sir.
what do we expect from the New Madrid basketball team?
Expect the same you saw all 4 years. It's still going to be the same style of play. We might have, since having a different head coach, Coach Dunter, we might have a different game style of plays, but I don't know yet.
What is Coastal Carolina getting out of Jadis Jones when he shows up on day one?
They're going to get a kid that's coming to work, that's ready to do whatever it takes to get on the field. No complaints about it.
You know, when you get on that big stage, Coastal Carolina, they've been ranked in the past. They're a very good football team. I mean, they're a mid-major kind of football team, but sometimes they have really, really successful years. So I noticed they had 6 or 8 professional players that signed this year. So does that put a lot of pressure on you? I mean, you could be an NFL player in the future.
No, I don't put pressure on me, but it just shows like it can be done. Just from going to that school, I don't have to go to a bigger school. It can be done right there where at Coastal Carolina.
So they're in the Sun Belt Conference, and they do play against some big schools like Arkansas State. I mean, I think they play at Arkansas State October 21st. You plan on going to that game and meeting some of your teammates?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'll be there. I know a lot of those guys anyway, so when I get there, I'll know some of the players that's already playing.
Marshall's in that conference, but I believe Coastal Carolina is probably favored to win the conference this year. But they do have some big-time players. Well, Jadis, it has been very enlightening talking to you about the recruiting process. Best of luck to you throughout your senior year and beyond at Coastal Carolina. We're all going to be rooting for you here, and your biggest fans are always going to be here in Southeast Missouri.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Jadis Jones, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being on Very Interesting, and the future's bright for Jadis Jones.